The 2025 Junior League Softball World Series continues from Kirkland, Washington, and we're playing for keeps. The quarterfinal round is underway, and we're about to get going between the Southeast Region champs from Irmo, South Carolina, and the East Region champions from Indiana, Pennsylvania. Great to have you with us on this Thursday afternoon. Troy Clarity, Nicole Mendez, and our fantastic crew. Here's a look as we move into bracket play. 2 finals in the books. Texas easy winners over Italy. The top seed in Pool A had to sweat it out against the Philippines. 5-4 winner. So Texas and Illinois in the semis. The winner of this one here will face the squad from Columbus Little League in Columbus, Texas. That game's tomorrow, but we need to take care of business here today. And we could see some very intriguing things, especially from South Carolina in the circle. They have a young lady in Ainsley Minshew. Actually, it's Pennsylvania as we start with them first. Sophia Boyer has been boy oh boyer all week.
Boy oh boyer, a .545 batting average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 6 hits. What can't she do? Sophia Boyer absolutely dominating offensively, but she's going to have a challenge with the pitcher in the circle. You have Minshew. I mean, just the 0 ERA. It really speaks for itself. 29 Ks, 15 innings pitched. Oh, yeah, and she can also go yard. I think this is going to be one of the best matchups that we've seen so far this entire week.
Minshew came on in relief yesterday against Washington, struck out 6 of the 7 batters that she faced. And oh, by the way, smacked that home run that you just saw. Minshew in the circle, squaring off against this Pennsylvania batting order as they go 1 through 12. You saw Sophia Boyer, but top to bottom, this is a squad that can do some things.
If you're looking for somebody else to highlight, Ella Worthington hitting in that 2 spot. I mean, she's been really productive as well for them, just getting a lot of energy going, getting momentum. And that's what you're going to want if you're Pennsylvania. Start of the first inning has been the kryptonite of so many teams, so many pitchers throughout this entire week. Not so for Minshew. She has that 0 ERA. But if anybody's going to get it started, it's going to be Ella Worthington.
Both Pennsylvania and South Carolina went through their respective pool play, 3 wins and 1 loss. Pennsylvania winners over Canada, the West Region champions from California, and the Asia Pacific Region champions from the Philippines. That was actually a 4-4 game, went to extra innings, but Pennsylvania dropped 12 runs on the Philippines in the top of the 8th to win 16-4.
How's that for a comeback?
Boy.
We've seen that more often than not this week. I feel like every game there has been some kind of chaos, whether it's been a play or an offensive run. The game that just wrapped up over on Field 1. Talk about chaos.
Yeah.
The tying run in the 7th, thrown out at home.
And Illinois survives and advances. Who survives and advances here? South Carolina, Pennsylvania. Enjoy the game, everybody. Fly ball to left. 1 pitch, 1 out. Leah Nelson skies it to Addie Brock. For the first time all week, we have cloud cover here. It's been absolutely sunny skies here in the Pacific Northwest all week until today. No threat of precipitation, but cloudy skies over Evers Park. But it's still 80 degrees, and there's still a bit of a breeze, so it feels very, very pleasant here. It always does in the Pacific Northwest. Ella Worthington fouls one off. She's down to the count 0-1. We'll see Ella in the circle for Pennsylvania later on. Tried to steer that one opposite field, but fouled.
One thing that's been so fun to see throughout this tournament, and very much relevant here in this game today, pitchers who can hit, and not just hit, who can rake. That's one a matchup we're going to see both ways, both times.
And Ainsley Minshew, we showed you her home run from yesterday at the beginning of the show. But oh, by the way, a lot of prowess in the circle. Mowed down 13 batters on 98 pitches, went the distance, and a 1-0 win over the Latin American champs from Puerto Rico on Sunday. as Worthington just keeps peppering the left field and third base foul areas.
I mean, down 0-2 pretty quick. Ella Worthington doing a good job just fouling off, battling that outside pitch from Minshew. She's nailing it right on that borderline. Doesn't want to get called out, but not the one she wants.
There's Ainsley. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
What gets her is that changeup from Minshew. Her body, the way that she sells this pitch, goes hard all the way. You don't even pick up that it's an off speed until it's halfway to the plate. But by then, as a hitter, your hips have already triggered, your hands are going. Can't hold back, and Ella Worthington swings and misses.
Brings up Maddie Twincheck, who's down in the count, 0-1. Maddie, one of 6 players on this Indiana Little League team to have been here last year in the Junior League Softball World Series. Twincheck hit .353 in last year's tournament and has done well throughout much of this week. No balls, 2 strikes. Minshew the pitch. Up high, 1-2. That 2024 Indiana Little League team that was here last year advanced to the semifinal but lost to the Central Region champs from Ohio. Fouled off.
That one, not a bad cut from Twincheck, just early. That one fouled off high and back, but the contact on that one, you love to see that early on from a hitter. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see different level or different speed.
That one goes about 39 feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Different level indeed. This was a drop ball from Minshew that just gets spiked into the ground, but I like that look. You go up and in, have that hitter go really early.
Times this one, but flies it to left. Broughton again hangs on. Bit of an adventure there, but Broughton able to bring it in eventually. 3 up and 3 down. Pennsylvania 0. South Carolina coming to bat, bottom of the first in just a moment. Pennsylvania goes quietly 3 up and 3 down in the top of the first inning. Looking for our first hit and run of this game as we move to the bottom of the first. The order for South Carolina, they roll 1 through 12. Minshew, we showed you her home run at the top of the show. Addie Broughton has done some terrific things. And overall, South Carolina trending upwards in run production over the last 2 games with 11 against Italy and 15 against the host from Washington District 9. So they've got to like how they're feeling swinging the bats coming into this one.
As you settle into a tournament, get a little bit more comfortable, bats, they start to come alive. Think about it. You journey all the way from the other side of the coast. You get here, the nerves, the excitement, the newness of it all. South Carolina, they've definitely settled in, and they look really good as the tournament has gone on, offensively, defensively, pitching, a team firing on all cylinders.
Tough task today, though, against Ella Worthington, who fires the first pitch to Ashlyn Hopp and fouls it off. 0-1. There's Ashlyn. Georgia softball fan. Sure, there's a rivalry of some sort between Georgia and South Carolina. Georgia and Clemson met on the football field last year. That didn't quite go in Clemson's way. Bit more on Ella Worthington here, who just turned 14 11 days ago. Happy belated, Ella.
Throws mid to high 50s, curveball, screwball. Spot that fastball really well. She likes to get ahead. You can feel the firmness behind her pitchers whenever she's going in. Not afraid to go inside. Love that from a pitcher. she will go tight in on the hands of these hitters.
Worthington has struck out 16 in 12 and a third innings of work so far this week. The 2-2. Pennsylvania allowed 3 to Canada, allowed 4 to California. Texas came in and dropped 13 on them, and Pennsylvania's only loss in pool play, and they limited the Philippines to 4 runs in 8 innings.
There's that pitch tight and on the hands of Hop. Worthington, she is really doing her best. She does not want South Carolina, like you said, they've been getting hot. She does not want them to be able to get those barrels out in front, get some solid contact.
And they just exploded in the final 3 innings against Italy. It was scoreless, and then it ended up being an 11-0 win. That goes over for a called strike 3.
And Worthington goes straight back to that inside pitch, not afraid of going back-to-back. You could tell Hop a little surprised, not expecting this one, but tight in on the corner. A beautiful pitch. Loved that frame behind the plate as well. Nice job by Boyer.
And if you're Hop, perhaps you put that in the mental Rolodex for next time, as Addie Broughton fouls off the first pitch. Broughton speaks German and Spanish.
I've met a couple of athletes who are trilingual.
Yeah. Always awesome to see. Inside corner called 0-2. Home plate umpire Antonio Medina. Jim Spades at first. Hiram Rivas at second, and Jeff Doherty is at third. Reminders that all the umpires here are on volunteer basis, and they come from around the globe just like the players do. That's high.
Cool part is they do it on their own dime. No one is paying them to be here. They simply just love the game. They want to be around it. They want to be able to contribute in any way possible. We do have some pretty good umpires here as well. So all in all, a pretty great experience for everyone here. The fans, the players, the umpires, the viewers.
Well, the announcers too. Everyone getting on the same page as what the count is. It is 2-2. We can confirm. Worthington checking the wristband and the dugout. The 2-2 pitch. Count full. Payoff pitch, crank to center. And hanging on by the heel of her glove, Sophia Thomas goes and gets it.
From the jump, Sophia Thomas is closing in on this one. You can see her tracking all the way, willing to leave her feet. I mean, as close as it can get. This one is shallow center. You have to go far as a center fielder. A fantastic catch. How about that? Hey, don't worry, pitcher. I got you back. You got the strikeouts. I'll take care of the diving catches.
Ainsley Minshew on a bounce to second. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first and the bottom of the first as well. Scoreless through 1. We haven't seen that a whole lot this week. What else are we going to see in this game? We'll find out together. Top second, just a moment. Top of the second inning, scoreless. And Sophia Boyer down on 3 strikes. Second K in the early going for that young lady, Ainsley Minshew.
Minshew, I mean, you're going to see a lot of these pitches here today. This screwball just tailing away, starts over the middle outside half of the plate, ends up in the right-handed batter's box. She's able to spin it, move it. She's going to get a lot of swings and misses as a pitcher. Offensively, you're going to have to pick which side of the plate you want to go against. She is deadly on both.
Well, and to do that against Boyer, who has been a tough out this week, is no small feat. Swing and a miss, Samantha Martin. Martin played second base on last year's Indiana Little League team that was here last year. She's pitched the most innings on this year's team. It's Minshew's first ball of this half inning. Ainsley's favorite player, Nigel Kennedy. It's a good favorite to have. The 1-2.
Popped up and out of play.
Very good favorite to have. Talk about somebody who takes care of business, goes after players, attacks, competes. If anything we've seen from her, it's been a direct reflection.
Not sure if Ainsley does the stomp, the Nigel stomp that Nigel Kennedy does after she strikes out batters. She feels a glove, though. 2 away. Pitcher's fielding position.
A lot of times, whenever a pitcher makes a pretty good play, you'll hear the dugout yell out, PFP. Pitcher's fielding right there. Pitcher's fielding practice. Time and time again, it pays off so many different ways whenever you have a pitcher who is like an athlete, who is able to field, make that play.
Tenley Anderson. Down in the count, 0-2. Tenley's dad, Chris, the manager of White Township, Pennsylvania, which actually surrounds the borough of Indiana. And apparently Tenley's younger sister, Bexley, is the team spokesperson. Paget to first in time for the out. So far, so good for South Carolina. And now, they're going to pick the bat in the bottom of the second. Scoreless in Kirkland. Irmo Little League's Junior League softball squad, managed by that guy in the middle of your screen, Brian Jones, real estate investor, 50 years old. Says the team mascot is a stuffed dragon. It's a reminder of the team attributes: determined, reliable, aggressive, genuine, original, and non-negative. Put the first letter of all those attributes together and it spells out dragon. Kate Sheely, the batter. Ella Worthington in the circle.
Well, I love that he's teaching that to these girls. That those are so many important things, not just in softball, but in life. And it really does come full circle. If you're able to know that, understand it, live it out, changes the way that you view the game, the kind of teammate that you are, the kind of person you are.
And of course, you know, still on this level, I mean, sure, winning is great. You get a lot of perks from winning. You win enough games, you get a chance to play here in this tournament. But it's about more than winning. It's about all those attributes that you can put together and apply not just to what happens here on the field, but off of it as well.
Sheely's favorite player, also Kennedy. She's a popular one.
Yes, indeed. High chop, making the adjustment and the throw that bounces wide of the bag. First base runner of the game.
Good snag by Martin over at shortstop. Hesitated for half a second. I think that hesitation, that little stutter, caused that ball to be off target. It's a good effort there.
Malia Lewis, the batter. Takes the first pitch high. Lewis with a home run against Illinois. It was a big-time clout over the left field fence. Headed off towards the basketball courts that way. As we are here in scenic Everest Park, 4 softball fields total, 2 used for competition, the other 2 used for practice, but there's also a playground, basketball courts, there's a pickleball court, with the path off in that direction just beyond the center field fence here. 2-0.
That one on the inside half just misses. Last inning, Worthington, she was able to spot that one very well. Got a strikeout on it, got some swings and misses on it. Looking to find it again.
Lewis walks on 4 pitches. So Sheely reaches on the error. And now Lewis is aboard. Savannah Paget, the batter. The bunt. Handled well from third to first. But the runners advance. 2 in scoring position with 1 out.
Twin check, as soon as that barrel was squared around, she came barreling in. Plenty of time to make that out over at first. But that's exactly what you want to do if you're Southwest. Manufacture your runs. Move those runners into scoring position. 2 and now, instead of just 1 over at second base in scoring position.
And outside ball 1 to Lainey Stevens, who has looked forward in this tournament this week to meeting people from different countries. Of course, international teams here in Kirkland. Philippines, Italy, Canada, Puerto Rico representing the Latin America region. Second and third, 1 out. Into center field.
That one going to be called a dead ball immediately. Over at short, Samantha Martin, she was trying to go field that ball. Actually ran into Kate Sheely. Excuse me, Malia Lewis is the one that she ran into. So whenever that happens, as a runner, it's your job to get out of the way of the defender making the play. So as soon as that happens, it's a dead ball. You get that out. Here's a look at that. You could see her trying to go up the middle, make that call. I think this is the right call. Immediately you can see second base umpire signaling dead ball. There was collision there. And I think right now they're just talking, confirming, yes, this is why I made this call. This is what I saw. And that is the right call to bring that runner back to third as well, because as soon as it's hit, it is a dead ball.
Run does score. That does make it 1-0 South Carolina. Another look here. Give it to you from 2 different angles. You see the collision between second and third. Right
Martin
there.
very clearly going that direction. Could have made a play, potentially. Just knowing that as a runner, if you see that ball headed up the middle, you know that shortstop's going to be going your way. Just do your best. Try to avoid him. Try to avoid that touch. That's what it is.
Charity West at the plate.
It's a big break for Pennsylvania. You go from 1 out, runners on second and third, to 2 outs, runners on the corners.
And you get the feeling that the margin for error is going to be very, very small for both teams here. There's a big swing and a miss and a big strikeout as Ella Worthington emerges almost unscathed. But South Carolina does get one across. End of 2. Irmo Little League ahead of Indiana Little League 1-0. Well, upon further review, the run that was initially credited to South Carolina has been taken off the board. So we're still looking at a scoreless game as we begin the 3rd inning.
Bit of a lucky break, a smart play by Samantha Martin, the shortstop for Pennsylvania. Sometimes you'll see defenders, if there's a collision to be had, they're trying to make the play, but they will purposely go out of the way. Martin, knowing the runner has to get out of her way, she's going to continue to try to field that ball. Gets that dead ball. Automatically, runner goes back.
So it remains 0-0. And Sophia Thomas leads off for Pennsylvania here in the 3rd. She's got a birthday coming up August 19th, so you've got some shopping days left. She loves those Steelers, so any black and gold gear might not be a bad idea. Minshew with 2 strikeouts so far this afternoon. And now 1-2.
Only 2 strikeouts, but already 10 swings and misses. We're only in just now starting 3 innings of work.
There's another.
That tells me Minshew, she's moving the ball across multiple different planes. Pennsylvania, they're a good hitting team. They know how to handle some movement. But what she does best, move the ball around, put it in different locations. You're never going to see her stay in one spot too long. These hitters are too good. She knows that.
Reese Mahaffey lays down the bunt, right back to Minshew. 2 away.
Saw this last inning, but anything that heads towards Minshew, very good fielding pitcher. Athletic, quick off the mound, able to make those throws. Puts a little bit less pressure on her first baseman and her third baseman. Those corners, they don't have to worry about the ones right in no man's land quite as much, because they got another fielder who's a little bit closer who can handle it.
It's amazing what happens when your pitcher is an active fielder. Paisley Wolf in the 9 spot. Pennsylvania has 12 batters in its order. First pitch strike dealt by Minshew. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Got her on the rise ball. And Minshew has retired the first 9 batters that she has faced. 4 strikeouts already. Ainsley Minshew off to a terrific start. South Carolina will try to put a run on the board in a moment. Bottom 3rd, scoreless game. The East Region champs from Indiana, Pennsylvania, and the Southeast Region champs from Irmo, South Carolina. Rylan Earl taps it to short and beats out the throw.
The dugout and this crowd just exploded. Earl, a perfectly placed soft slap. This one just in the right spot. Look at that speed. Just able to beat it out. There's a strong arm over at shortstop from Samantha Martin. Talk about South Carolina trying to put on the pressure. They were close, should be up 1-0 at least. Said it's 0-0. They're looking for some revenge this go round.
Harper Sherrard reaches out, checks, swing, and Boyer just runs out of room. Nicole, you mentioned and noticed this actually right away. the energy for both teams. And you're going to be especially intrigued to see how that energy plays into the dynamic of some things we see here this afternoon.
I think all throughout this tournament, we've seen different types of energy, but from both of these teams, this crowd definitely locked in. A little bit more focused and intense. It's a constant chatter. Doesn't necessarily have to be the cheers, although they're doing them too, and I love those. I know there's mixed feelings on softball cheers, but I'm such a fan. It doesn't necessarily have to be cheering, doing an organized cheer, but just talking, engagement, eyes locked in on what's going on.
Got her. Strikeout number 3 for Worthington.
Worthington, she's been dealing. You said you got the feeling that close to perfect, the first team to really make a big error, that's where it's going to come down to.
Evie Adeline steps up to the plate. Tails inside, 1-0 to Adeline. 5'10", one of the taller players in this tournament. Her favorite athlete is Reagan Haggard, who was on Irmo's 2022 Junior League Softball World Series team. Shout out to Reagan Haggard, who is now a 3-sport athlete at Chapin High School, class of 2026. I remember watching Reagan here 3 years ago. So good to kind of get that roundabout update on her whereabouts.
Just goes to show you never know who's watching or who you can inspire.
That Irmo Little League team 3 years ago, the first team from South Carolina to ever make it here to Kirkland. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 on, 1 out. Bring him up. 2 away.
Back-to-back Ks. Worthington, she's starting to find her rhythm. This one on the outer corner. We've seen her work both sides. Inside, this strikeout on that outside. Nice job behind the plate by Berger.
That's a terrific, terrific pitch. Swing and a miss, Taylor Gunnels. Taylor says, trying to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. I like that. I hear the national anthems happening on field 1 behind us. Oh, Canada is being played on that PA system. Canada versus Puerto Rico about to get going on field 1. We're here on field 2 and well underway between Pennsylvania and South Carolina. That one knocks Gunnels on the shoulder. She's okay.
This is big, this pitch. Typically Worthington so good on that inner half, just gets away from her, gives up a free pass, puts a runner in scoring position now, but more importantly, turns it back over to the top of the lineup.
Ashlyn Hopp struck out swinging, check that, struck out looking in the first inning. Gets away from Boyer. Runners at second and third.
That's 2 back-to-back that get away from Worthington. Typically so good with controlling her pitches, staying around the zone, in the zone. Able to spot her pitches very well.
Winner of this one faces Columbus Little League from Columbus, Texas. They took care of Lombardia Little League from Italy this morning, a 16-2 final in 5 innings. Texas looking strong, gaining momentum. You could say the same about both teams, of these 2 teams here. heading into this game. 2 balls and 1 strike to Hop. Now 2-2.
This one just grazing that outer corner. Boyer, man, I am impressed with her behind the plate. Just so smooth, so quiet from a catcher. She's able to bring some of those hard borderline back over, really selling them for her pitcher.
Strike 3 called. The floater freezes Ashlyn Hop. Pennsylvania escapes unscathed. How about this pitch?
This one, absolute deadly. You can see the double clutch. Worthington, she's here to play.
Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find the Little League community program near you. That's teamwork right there. How about that?
Definitely some teamwork with Illinois.
Good thing those were her slides that she was wearing.
Oh, you know, you already played a game. What's getting dirty a little bit more? Whenever your back gets a little tight, got a teammate step on it, pop it for you, make it feel good.
A couple members of the Central Region champions from Evergreen Park, Illinois. They just survived the Philippines. Asia Pacific had an early lead. Illinois came back, had a 5-4 lead. It was in the bottom of the 6th. The Philippines actually had a chance to tie it, but had the tying run thrown out at the plate for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 6th, and they could not score in the 7th. So Illinois moves on to tomorrow's semifinal match, where they will face either Canada or Puerto Rico. Here's Claire Brewer. Brewer's mom, Jenny, the manager of the squad, facing off against Ainsley Minshew, who has not allowed a base runner so far. It's the 2-1.
First time she's starting at bat with a couple balls in a row. Typically Minshew going at these hitters, attacking. So far has faced the minimum.
Bouncer right to Lainey Stevens. 1 away.
This one a well-struck ball, hit hard over to Stevens. She was able to stay down on it. Might have closed her eyes a little bit, but it's one of those, hey, look what I found. Got the big glove for a reason.
Had it the whole way, Coach. Evie Grants. To short. High and wide on the throw. And it takes until the 4th, but Pennsylvania with his first base runner of the day.
I said it took until the 4th, but both teams still, even with South Carolina, being able to get runners on base and scoring position 2 innings in a row. Either team, they've been able to score, crack that goose egg.
Annika Brooks, the batter, swings and misses. Annika says the best things about Little League are spending the summer with her friends and getting ice cream after the games.
You can also get ice cream if you catch a foul ball over here.
Here's a high fly ball. The center field will stay in the park. Rylan Earl with the catch. Brian Jones, the South Carolina manager, says that when Rylan Earl is out there in center field, center is a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. They got that sign up there in their stands. Look at her, calm, cool, collected. I do this every day. This is no big deal. Just call her traffic control.
Leah Nelson back up to the top of the order we go. Nelson flew out to left on the first pitch of the game.
That's 2, even though they haven't been able to get on base from those. 2 well-hit balls this inning off of Minshew.
Oh, now the chess match evolves into a different level. Second time through the order. Let's see what happens. Popped up, trying to find it, and does. Charity West says, thank you very much. Makes the catch and prevents Pennsylvania from coming across the score. Charity West loves shutting down big innings. She might have done just that right here. I've always wanted to say this. Double box. You football fans know what I'm talking about here. On the left is field 1. Puerto Rico versus Canada underway. Winner there faces Illinois. We're on field 2, and we're underway in the bottom of the 4th inning between Pennsylvania and South Carolina. The winner here faces Texas.
Either one of these teams, a worthy foe.
Change from Ella Worthington. Swing and miss from Addie Broughton, who was robbed of a potential base hit thanks to a diving grab by Sophia Thomas in center. Puerto Rico taking an early lead, and Ella Worthington starting this half inning with the strikeout.
I mean, what a gamer. Worthington just going at these hitters. She hasn't slowed down one bit, especially whenever your team is starting to rally offensively. You want to get them in as quickly as possible. Just spots that on the outer corner. We've seen her get some strikeouts on both sides.
6 strikeouts for Worthington. Ainsley Minshew. Boyer tried to frame it, does not get the call. 1-0 to Minshew, who grounded to second to end the first. Both of Ainsley's parents are teachers. And Minshew named Softball Player of the Year by The State, which is Columbia, South Carolina's main newspaper. Whistled off towards the hospitality tent. Don't land in the ribs.
Almost did. Heads up over there.
The brisket was pretty good.
Gonna get a saucy foul ball back.
1 ball and 1 strike, because again, you're looking also at action from field 1 on the left side of your screen, Puerto Rico and Canada. And the Latin America region champions from Maunabo, Puerto Rico, are already off and running. Canada, region champs from Repentigny, Quebec. The 2-1. Just a little bit of a cut, 2-2.
Just enough there to be able to foul that off. Stay alive, Minshew. Tough out. Speaks to how good Worthington's been throwing. Got her to almost wave out of her legs. Just a barrel throw. Easy ground ball, like you said, to end the inning back in the first.
Strikeout number 7.
Right now, Ella Worthington, she has been making this an absolute game. After the second inning, you felt the pressure from South Carolina offensively being applied. She has since shut them down.
Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts by Worthington. Kate Sheely reached on an error to begin the second. By the way, one more quick note on that Puerto Rico-Canada game that's happening behind us right now. Those are the only 2 teams from international regions remaining in the tournament. Italy bowed out this morning, and the Philippines came oh so close. International teams have won the last 2 Junior League Softball World Series. Czech Republic last year, the Philippines the year before that. One and one.
That change up just a little high. Haven't seen Worthington miss a change too often this game. It's been pretty consistent. Doesn't really have a hump in the middle of it. It's flat out of her hand. Drops off.
Fair territory and the tag applied. Just like that, the inning is over. Worthington has retired 4 in a row. We've had 4 innings played in this game. Pennsylvania 0, South Carolina 0. We thought this might be a pitcher's duel, and so far it has been. Ainsley Minshew certainly living up to her end of the deal.
I mean, absolutely dealing. What a pitcher's duel. Minshew, the changeup, the curveball, the screwball. She can do it all. Even have strikeouts with the rise ball. Effective.
Yeah, 4 Ks so far. 4 innings of work as we head to the 5th. Ella Worthington in the circle for Pennsylvania. But at the batter's box right now. Worthington, a big fan of Jordy Ball. Slow one to third. Malia Lewis fires. And Worthington is safe.
This one a slow roller off of Worthington's bat. This is why you hustle. Doesn't matter if you hit a ball deep in the gap or a little squib over to third, which you think is routine. If you're not hustling that out, you're not applying pressure to the defense. You're not ready in case they bobble it.
Twincheck lays down the bunt, foul.
Not just in a game like this, but any game. But whenever you're in the 5th inning, 0-0 pitcher's duel, every little thing matters.
Yep.
The hustle, it matters. The clean fielding, it matters. Getting ahead against hitters, they matter.
Smart base running matters.
Oh, don't get me started on base running. I could go for a while.
We got time. My flight's not till 9:45. I'm good.
On that case, buckle up, buddy. Here we go. Speaking of base running, this right here, you saw the foul ball on that bunt attempt. Pennsylvania, they're looking to get a base runner into scoring position.
Fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Worthington legging out the infield single. Becoming just the 2nd base runner for Pennsylvania today. They got their first in the 4th. Twincheck will not be joining Worthington on the base paths here. Strike 3.
Minshew, she's such a competitor. She's going after these hitters and starting to see Pennsylvania make the adjustment. And what does she do? Responds in kind, goes up in the zone, the rise ball. That's what we saw at the beginning of this inning in the open. Love to see whenever she's working different levels.
Oh, Malia Lewis comes so close. Full extension, all out, just a bit short.
Great effort by Lewis. Her momentum just taking her, rolling over. I mean, this ball, it's in her glove. It's just that momentum. It carries her away, and she's not able to hang on to it.
Sophia Boyer. No balls and 2 strikes. Boyer with 3 home runs this week. No one in this tournament has more. Manuela Mingrone of Italy also had 3 home runs entering today, but she will not get a chance to add on to that with Italy losing earlier this morning.
Warrior had one deep into the trees earlier this week. Must have cleared the outfield fence by 30, 40, 50 feet. I mean, it was that high up in the air.
Among Sophia Boyer's special talents, apparently, freestyling. She wrapped that one well foul. Everyone has a laugh over it.
Coach had to stop, drop, and roll. He was down in the dirt for a second.
Well, that's Jamie Boyer, Sophia's dad.
I have a feeling they're going to be talking about that later tonight. Tough battle. Boyer not making this easy on Minshew. So far this tournament, 0 ERA. She's been so effective, so good in the circle, but I feel like Pennsylvania, they've been the one to really challenge her.
But yet still, Minshew finds ways to deal big strikeouts.
Big time players. I mean, this one again, Minshew, she has definitely started to work different levels. You saw the last strikeout, rise ball up in the zone. This one, a drop ball low and away. So whenever you're an athlete and you're going back into your dugout and your teammates are going, what did she get you on? You're hearing rise ball, drop ball, screwball, so many other things. Makes it hard to adjust.
Jenny Brewer coming out. She wants to have a courtesy runner for Ella Worthington, the pitcher who's at first. But just making sure if that's something that she really wants to do, because the person who would be the courtesy runner is Sophia Boyer, the catcher. You can have a courtesy runner for either your pitcher or your catcher if there are 2 outs on the board. But Brewer electing to keep Boyer in the dugout, because Boyer would have to be the courtesy runner because she made the most recent out. Sam Martin grounded back to Minshew in the second.
It's been hard for Pennsylvania to get that momentum because of Minshew, how she quickly shuts teams down after they get that first runner on. Immediately responds with a strikeout, responds with an out. Doesn't let them have any room to get that momentum, breathe, take a second off. She's right back to it.
Count goes to 2-2.
The screw tight in on the hands. Pretty pitch.
Martin's favorite sports teams, the Indiana Fever and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Beat 'em Bucks. But it's Minshew who wins this battle. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts after allowing the leadoff runner to leg out an infield single. Minshew in control.
Completely dominant performance here from Minshew. South Carolina, they're looking to get something rolling as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
All zeros for runs so far in this game. Thought it might be a pitcher's duel, but to this point, it has been. Bottom of the 5th inning, about to begin. Ella Worthington has certainly held up her end of the deal with 7 strikeouts and 4 innings of work. She's got
What a pitcher's duel. These two going back at it over and over and over. Just when you think one pitcher, their momentum, the way that they're able to get out of an inning is going to carry into the offense, the other pitcher comes out, does the same thing. Just like that already. A swing and a miss and first pitch strike from Worthington. I mean, just completely dominating on both sides. This has been such a fun pitcher's duel.
No doubt.
Look up, we're already in the bottom of the 5th.
Lewis down the line and safe.
This one just tips off the glove of first baseman. Brewer just not able to hang on to it.
Scored a single.
If you're South Carolina, every opportunity matters, especially in these later innings. You're not getting as many chances. Right now, just one run, that could be the deciding factor. Typically, we've seen high-scoring games, runs in the 13s, 15s, 16s even. Right now, 0-0.
Well, just one run was the deciding factor for South Carolina against Puerto Rico on Sunday. It was Addie Broughton's RBI double very early in that game, and it stood as the game-winning run. 1-0 was that final. Savannah Paget facing the 2-0. But now ahead in the count 3-0.
Haven't seen Worthington fall behind too often.
By my count, just the third 3-ball count for her today. Three and one.
If you're Worthington, you've gotten a couple of easy ground balls for your infield. Easy ground ball right now, not the worst idea in the world. He's got a defense that can put up a double play.
Boyer hangs on to it, chases Lewis back, and the count goes to 3-2. Got her looking on the inside half.
Worthington doesn't even need the ground ball. That inside pitch. She went away from it for a few innings, but Worthington, she's back right where she started. This one carving up these hitters. The location and placement of this one right at the belt. Have her hitters in their stance. Kind of have that area called the no man's land. Reason why, you got to get your hips, your hands, and the barrel all to converge and get through and meet there. Make contact with that ball. Tough pitch.
Yeah, good luck with that. Lainey Stevens at the plate. One ball and one strike. Irmo, South Carolina, in suburban Columbia, South Carolina. That guy's got the foul ball. You can bring it back to the concession stand and get free ice cream. Worthington misses outside 2-1. It's one of the things that, I shouldn't use this word, but one of the quirks, one of the characteristics that makes
a perk.
This event
It's a perk.
There you go. Attaway, Mendez. Throw to first.
The advertisement should read free ice cream with a tiny, tiny little asterisk. Must get foul ball and give it back.
I would say done and done. Three balls and one strike. Gets that pitch again, 3-2.
Not surprised. Worthington went to that inside corner. That has been her bread and butter almost all game. The only inning that she was not able to place that, the second. And that was the closest that South Carolina came to getting a run across. It should be 1-0.
Just a bit too far inside. Ball 4, 2-on. How close did this come?
This one, close as close can be. Almost got her to swing on that one.
Swing and a miss from Charity West to begin this plate appearance. West struck out swinging to end the second. Outside.
As it stands, though, that double play, so anything hit on the ground ball, especially to middles, could easily be a double play here for Pennsylvania. Get them out of this inning.
Pitch number 75 from Worthington. Just misses, 2-1.
The last 3 balls, I feel like we've said that just missed. I mean, the margin for error from Worthington, she doesn't veer too far left or right. Her control very spot on.
Fly ball to right. Nelson makes the catch in fair territory. Meanwhile, Lewis tags up unimpeded this time between second and third.
Looks like Nelson didn't realize that Lewis was tagging up, was running. She didn't even attempt to throw over to third. And again, those little things, that very well could be a big momentum shift, because now you have a runner 60 feet away.
Rylan Earl at the plate. An infield single in the third, the first base hit of the entire game. Slaps at it, 1-1. Sun starting to make an appearance here. Starting to peek through the cloud cover for the first time today. Still warm, it's about 80 degrees or so.
Perfect day for softball. Nice spot on that outer corner. Knowing that Earl, she's going to slap, she's going to try and just tap the ball. A choke and poke, let it deaden, have to make the defense have to come up, field it, throw it on the run. Worthington, she's starting to spread on that outside corner.
The 1-2 pitch. Slaps at it again.
Earl trying to slam that one hard into the ground. You mentioned the sun coming out. This field, whenever the sun is out, dries up pretty quickly. You get some good hops on that. So if you're Earl, you're able to slam this right in front of home plate. You might be standing on first by the time that ball comes back down.
Outside, 2-2. Worthington struck out 9 in 6 2/3 against Canada earlier this week. And she's got 9 strikeouts here this afternoon. And South Carolina leaves the go-ahead run stranded at third. The pitching duel continues.
Just when you think Worthington was in trouble, she comes back, strikes out, get herself out of the inning. Pennsylvania.
Want to see some girls with game? Tune in to yet another exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. If you want to see some girls with game, you've come to the right place. Junior League Softball World Series. We have hit the elimination portion of the week. The knockout stage, as some other parts of the globe might call it. The quarterfinal round underway. Who advances to the semifinal between the Southeast Region champs from Airmo, South Carolina, and the East Region champs from Indiana, Pennsylvania? That's what we're here to find out. But someone needs to score first. Tenley Anderson leading things off in the 6th inning for Pennsylvania. She grounded out to short in the 2nd. Tenley enjoying her last year playing Little League. I'm sure she wouldn't mind extending it a game or two.
Definitely doing her best here. Mentioned the knockout stage. I feel like both these teams, they know what's at stake. They're competitive. They're athletes. They're loving it. with that, we find ourselves at a stalemate here in the 6th.
2-1. Ainsley Minshew has struck out 7. Hard shot into right center field.
This is the first real hit that Pennsylvania has gotten all game long. There's been a couple where they've knocked soundly, but defense has been able to get that down for South Carolina. This one right up the middle in no man's land. Love that swing.
Sheely almost got there. Sophia Thomas, first pitch, lowered inside for ball 1. Indiana Little League from Indiana, Pennsylvania, about 60 miles east of Pittsburgh. Appeal to first base umpire Jim Spade, who says nope. Sophia Thomas holds up. We're told that in Indiana, Bob's Pizza is the spot, although apparently it's owned by a guy named Ted.
Bob, Ted, it's all the same, as long as the pizza is good, right? Right now, Minshew, every single time there's been a runner on base for Pennsylvania, she has come through and absolutely shut them down. Hasn't allowed much breathing room. The leadoff hit that hard. It's going to be her goal here.
Saw a perfect demonstration of that in the 5th. The leadoff single by Worthington, but then Minshew dealing back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. Sun going back behind the clouds and the breeze starting to pick up. The 2-2. Got it.
Well, there we go. There's that response from Minshew that we've been talking about and seeing all game long. She just continues to go at these hitters. You can tell they're not expecting where she's going. Caught a couple on the outside. This one tight and on the hands. Taking a note after Worthington.
Reese Mahaffey at the plate. She tried to get on board via a bunt. Didn't work. Went right back to Minshew, who made the 1-3 putout. Reese's sister Riley was on last year's Indiana Little League Junior League Softball World Series team, but Reese was here in Kirkland cheering them on.
How's that to have some experience, somebody to talk to? Hey, you've been here, you've been in this situation before. What should I expect? What should I do? Big sis coming through.
Yep. Two balls and 1 strike. 2-2.
That one well placed on the inside half. That was a good pitch by Minshew. It's consistently been a strike all day long.
Base hit.
A rare mistake by Minshew. This one left over the middle of the plate. We just saw that pitch prior. Tight inside on the corner. This one left leaking over. Middle in. That's enough. That's all you need. Mahaffey, she gets this one. And that got both hits in this inning have been to that same location in that right center gap.
Yep. Paisley Wolfshow bunt pulled back, pitch goes over, strike 1. It's the 3rd base hit of the day for Pennsylvania, by the way. No balls, 2 strikes.
Pennsylvania, they've been pretty aggressive. Almost 15 of their batters swinging at the first 2 pitches. Attacking early in the count. They know Minshew, she's going to throw strikes. Her best ones are going to be early on. Later, pitcher's pitches. They don't want any part of that.
Nope. Two on and 1 out. Minshew digging in.
That's the pitch that Minshew wanted 1 hit ago. We pulled up a heat map for both of these pitchers. I mean, majority of them would be tight on the corners. The control from all of their pitches. So good.
The 1-2 pitch. Took something off of it, and it almost worked.
That one just a little high. Whenever you leave a changeup elevated over the middle, gives the hitter a chance. Wolf, she's able to get, like you said, just enough of that to keep her at bat alive.
Ouch. And that's one where, as you're walking down to first, and more of the feeling sets in, and it doesn't feel so hot.
Yeah, that one hit hard on the elbow, on the arm. Tough hit there from Wolf. You can hear Coach just asking, is there the possibility of putting in a courtesy? Obviously in a lot of pain. Give her a second to rest, to reset, put some ice, possibly go back out.
Looks like Paisley staying in.
Paisley Wolf, that is one tough athlete. I'll tell you what, if I got hit in the elbow without an Evo shield, I don't know if I would be going back in. That is a tough ball to get hit by. And Minshew, she has some zip to her, throwing in the low 60s directly to the elbow. That can hurt.
Yeah, I'd be getting in my car, driving off, and starting a brand new life somewhere else.
Get me out of here.
Well, a couple of things noteworthy about that, besides the fact that Paisley is okay and staying in. Minshew hitting a batter on a 2-strike count. That's never ideal. Also hitting a batter to load the bases with 1 out in a scoreless game late in the contest. That's not ideal either. Ready to resume. Bases loaded and 1 out. Claire Brewer, the batter. She grounded out to first to lead off the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. And we'll do it again. Anderson at third, Mahaffey at second, Wolf at first. Bases loaded. just veers foul.
Biggest opportunity yet for Pennsylvania. They've been working towards this all game long. Finally in this position. If anything, if there is a hit to the infield, keep it opposite side. Last thing you want to do right now is a hit over to third base. Easy touch across the bag. Minshew, she's been thrown inside quite a lot.
Goes high here, 2-2.
Brewer, she is not willing to surrender here. Love this fight. Such a quality at bat. Trying to make something of it. Trying to help out her team.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
But it's Minshew. I mean, is she even human? This one up in the zone. Gets to swing and miss. Second strikeout of this inning.
Evie Grants reached on an error. Looks at strike 1. Grants is cousins, by the way, with Samantha Martin, her teammates. Foul ball.
High tension, high stakes here. Seen South Carolina have runners in scoring position, not able to convert here. Pennsylvania trying to squeeze just one across. They'll take more though.
Goes around, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Pennsylvania leaves them loaded. 10 strikeouts for Ainsley Minshew. This, the biggest so far. We're still scoreless. Bottom of the 6th in the moment. Don't go anywhere. Ella Worthington with 9 strikeouts against Canada earlier this week. 9 strikeouts so far today against South Carolina.
Ella Worthington, I mean, just dealing. One of her favorite pitchers, Nigel Kennedy. Talk about a role model, talk about somebody to emulate, and that's what she is emulating here. Strikeout after striking out, keeping her team in this game. Another battle.
And Ella sticking with the fist pump for her strike 3 celebration instead of the stomp at Nigel Kennedy.
The stomp comes next. You know, she's working her way up to it.
Bottom of the order, 10, 11, 12 in South Carolina's lineup, beginning with Harper Sherrard, who struck out swinging in the 3rd. Harper, a big South Carolina Gamecocks fan. Her favorite athlete is Gamecock quarterback Lenore Sellers. A lot of eyes are going to be on that young man this upcoming season. Bunt, foul. 0-2. Sherrard's favorite softball player, by the way, is South Carolina third baseman Ella Chansey. The 0-2. There is strikeout number 10.
Worthington, she is fired up here. Look at her emotion as soon as she gets this strikeout. There's that fist bump you were talking about. Absolutely dominating. She's going into the 6th knowing this is clutch up time, and that's what she's doing.
Evie Adeline, the batter. Shows bunt, doesn't go for it. Evie's dad, Greg, is a news anchor for a Columbia TV station. So I have a feeling the highlights of this game are gonna make the shows tonight on that station. I'd imagine Greg might have a little pull.
Dad being news anchor or not, this game is big news for both of these teams. I mean, what a battle. These girls, what a week they've had. And it comes down to this elimination game. You win, you move on. You lose, you're done.
Survivor heads to the semis to face Columbus, Texas. Two and two.
That one barely missing. It's a hitter with 2 strikes, especially against a pitcher like Worthington. With 2 strikes, I'm going to expand my zone a little bit, protect.
Strike 3. Adeline becomes the 11th strikeout for Worthington today.
Worthington was thinking the same thing. She's going to expand her zone. Let me put this ball just a little bit on the outside, see if I can get her to chase, and she does. Dealing, rolling.
Taylor Gunnels fouls off the bunt. Just 2 base hits so far for South Carolina. A single for Malia Lewis and an infield single for Rylan Earl. That was back in the 3rd. Lewis's base hit was in the 5th.
Look back at the 2nd and 5th, also 2 walks, 1 apiece in each. An error by defense, and that's really how South Carolina, they've been able to get their runners on.
Strike 3 call. Ella Worthington has struck out 12, including the last 4 batters. And we are still in search of our first run of this game. 0-0, 7th inning straight ahead. Drop whatever you're doing and watch. Start of the 7th inning in a scoreless game. Elimination time. The winner moves on to the semifinals. The other team, their stay in Kirkland ends here today. Southeast Region champs from South Carolina, the East Region champs from Pennsylvania. Thought this one would be evenly matched, and it has been evenly matched in every sense of the word. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for both teams. Bottom of the order, Annika Brooks flew out to center in the 4th. Minshew paints the outside corner.
Absolute pitcher's duel. Either side not willing to relent, stepping up in those big moments.
Gobbled up at short. 1 away.
Paget. That one took a funny hop on her. You could see the way that she wanted to come up, forced herself to stay down on that ground ball. That was big, had potential to eat her up, like you said. Instead, makes a play, big time.
Top of the order, Leah Nelson, 0 for 2.
Nelson.
Based on the final scores they've had so far this week, you wouldn't think that Pennsylvania hasn't had any close games, but they have. Their game yesterday against the Philippines went to extra innings. It was a 16-4 final, but that was a close game. Fly ball to left and grab. As Pennsylvania erupted for 12 runs in the top of the 8th to break open a tie game in extras.
Right now, they got one more shot. Who else other than Ella Worthington, the pitcher for Pennsylvania, facing off against Minshew, the pitcher for South Carolina.
Worthington with an infield single to lead off the 5th, but Minshew dealt back-to-back-to-back strikeouts to put an end to that. The shovel to first, not in time. And Worthington is aboard.
That one a miscommunication piece. Shaylee, she thought she was getting that one all the way, was waiting for the higher hop, didn't want to come up, get the in-betweener. All of a sudden, Lainey Stevens runs across, makes the play, but no one's at first, wide open. Ella Worthington finds herself on for the 2nd time in a row.
We're going to have a courtesy runner. Leah Nelson will come back in to courtesy run for Worthington. Worthington, the pitcher. Leah Nelson taking first. Maddie Twincheck, 0 for 2.
Well, if there's any time to get that streak broken, no time like the present right now. Pennsylvania needing a run. Second at bat in a row. Minshew's gotten behind 0-2. Or 2-0.
Now the count 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Scalder towards the dugout.
Looking out into the stands, seeing the faces of the parents on either side. Lot of nerves, lot of nerves. But the athletes on the field, these girls, they look calm, cool, and collected.
Isn't that usually how it goes?
What do you mean you were nervous? We had the game the whole time. What do you mean?
Swing and a miss. The strikeout by Ainsley Minshew. And it remains a scoreless game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Don't go anywhere. Back to Kirkland in a moment on ESPN+. Well, if you're looking for high-level softball and high drama, you have come to the right place. A quarterfinal matchup between Pennsylvania and South Carolina, scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ella Worthington has been magnificent. She struck out 12 overall, including the last 4 batters she has faced. South Carolina with one last chance to try to solve her in regulation. Irmo Little League supporters in the building. And Ashlyn Hopp at the top of the order. She's 0 for 2, has been caught looking a couple of times. Hop quiet. Addie Broughton in the 2 spot, robbed of a potential base hit by a diving catch in the first inning. And Ainsley Minshew also due up for South Carolina this inning. 2-0.
Look at the lineup for Pennsylvania last half inning in the top of the 7th. You got 9, 1, 2, 3. Here you have 2, 3, 4, 5. Good position for both of them. But who is going to capitalize and strike first? South Carolina, they've definitely had the most opportunities throughout this game, scattered across multiple innings.
Two and two, or check out 3-1. Worthington's retired 5 in a row. That streak ends here. Hop the leadoff single and stands as the winning run at first.
In moments like this, as a player in this type of environment, you get big. This one, an outside pitch, just taken, driven hard. Broughton doesn't give anybody a chance to field this one before it's out in the outfield. Puts herself on base for a very good hitter, Minshew. She's been held silent so far.
Well, Pennsylvania making a change in the circle right here. Samantha Martin coming into the circle and trying to hold the runner at first. Scoreless game, bottom of the 7th. We return to Kirkland, Washington in 1 minute. Ella Worthington goes 6+, strikes out 12, walks 2. But with a leadoff single and the runner at first, in the bottom of the 7th of a scoreless game, she gives way to Samantha Martin. Martin has thrown more innings than anyone else on this team this year.
Martin, the go-to arm here for Pennsylvania. Throws a curve, very angled out of the hand, and has a drop. That's going to be her go-to pitch.
Martin threw 4 shutout innings in relief and struck out 4 against Canada in last year's Junior League Softball World Series. So she's had terrific performances in relief before. Addie Broughton, high and outside. Ball 1. Broughton's RBI double was the lone run for South Carolina in their 1-0 win over Puerto Rico on Sunday. And everyone in Irmo would love to have history repeat itself here today. Two and 1.
As a relief pitcher coming into this situation where it's 0-0 in the 7th. One thing coach is calling you to be is ready. Go at these hitters, let your defense work.
Might be playable. Brewer makes the catch in front of the South Carolina dugout.
What a comeback for Martin. Getting that high fly ball. 1 out. Still have that runner on first, but something hit softly to your infield. At least a lead out, possibly even a double play.
Ainsley Minshew hit a home run yesterday against Washington. She's 0 for 2 so far today. Minshew also got the walk-off hit to decide the game. A 15-5 win for South Carolina yesterday. Hits this one to center field. Thomas drifting back and hangs on to make the catch. 2 away.
This one, Minshew just gets underneath it. Definitely had the height. Could have had the distance. And a great track down there out in center field. Thomas getting the beat on it. See Martin hand over the chest a little bit. That one gave her a scare. That's where you go as a pitcher. Whew, that could have been bad. All right, didn't. Take a deep breath. Find your person on the field, reset. Keep going.
Comes down to Kate Sheely. Ashlyn Hopp, the leadoff batter for South Carolina, led this inning off with a single. She's at first. One and one.
Sheely wanting to go after it early in the count. Martin leaves a pretty good pitch, elevated. Sheely, sometimes in these situations, the big ones, the heart, it starts racing. The thoughts, they start to speed up. The breath gets a lot quicker. Can you slow that down? Because whenever you step in the box, it matters.
Might be playable. Martin calls for it. And we're going to extra innings. 7 innings, not enough. We still are looking for our first run. 8th inning, straight ahead on ESPN+. Exhale, everybody. Settle in. And off we go. Top of the 8th inning. We have gone to extras. Who gets to face Columbus, Texas in the Junior League Softball World Series semifinal tomorrow? That's what we're trying to decide. Pennsylvania and South Carolina scoreless. Now that we've gone to extra innings, we go into the Little League Softball tiebreaker rules. And we automatically have a runner placed at second with nobody out. It's the batter who made the last out, so that's Maddie Twincheck who takes her place at second. Sophia Boyer showing bunt. And it's booted. And everybody's safe.
Knowing this is probably going to happen, defense on high alert, just booted. If you're South Carolina, feels like the wind may have gotten out of your sails, but it ain't over until it's over. Reset, lock in, and knowing who you have on the mound with Minshew, it really isn't over until it's over.
E3 on the scoring, Samantha Martin. Became a big in the circle in the bottom of the 7th to send us to extras at the plate right now. Well, the top of the 8th inning has been kind to Pennsylvania already this week. They went extras yesterday against the Philippines. It was tied at 4-4. The final ended up being 16-4. With Pennsylvania dropping 12 runs in the top half of the 8th. Cranked opposite field, well foul. One ball and one strike. Runner heading down to second, but Minshew hangs on to it instead. Boy, Charity West, the South Carolina catcher, had both her hands on top of her head as if to say, oh boy. So runners at second and third. Roller, hard hop, throw to first, safe there. Twincheck dives in. second runner trying to come in. And she's out there. Pennsylvania takes the lead. Well, we may have an injury at first base.
A lot of dramatics just happened there. We're already seeing Lainey Stevens being led off the field. Hand on the shoulder. Martin, whenever she was running, going hard in that throw. Hop just took it across. Quiet, somber moment.
They're tending to Lainey Stevens across the way. And let's show you what happened here. The collision clearly between Martin and Stevens. And the more I see it, was it just a stretch? Perhaps?
It may have been the stretch. I didn't really see initially. I thought there was more of a collision than there was.
Yeah, me too.
Martin called safe on that play. And then, even though Stevens is hurt, that ball is still live, still active, still going. And Minshew able to grab that ball, get the out thrown at home plate.
So right now they're also taking another look at the close play at home. One run is definitely in. A second runner tried to come across as Boyer came around and tried to score, and she was called out at home. Let's show you what we have with West gathering it in and trying to apply the tag. Looks like Boyer might potentially already be past her. But when does the tag get applied?
I think this angle will give us a much better answer here because it was so bang bang. Does that foot get in before that glove is able to be tagged? And based on that look, I think yes. Foot still not on, tag still not applied.
No. Well, during regular innings, managers are allowed up to 2 unsuccessful challenges. But now that we are in extra innings, each team is limited to just 1 unsuccessful challenge. So if this is a challenge by South Carolina, or by Pennsylvania rather, to try to take a 2-0 lead, it must be successful. Let's take another look at this ourselves.
Here's the look. From that other angle, it looked like that foot got in before the tag was applied. From this angle, you can see glove is still in the dirt, body is going, and the tag looks like it is applied. To me, that looks like it's enough to be overturned. Looks like umpires have come to some kind of decision.
They say safe. Two runs in for Pennsylvania.
Just like that. Top of the 8th, momentum swung into Pennsylvania's dugout.
Meanwhile, South Carolina coaching staff, I think, with Lainey Stevens there as well, might be talking about what Laney's state might be as she came off with an upper body injury of some sort. All right, they giving each other the thumbs up. They might be.
Smiles back and forth. They're saying, "Are you okay?" I think she thought they were asking, "Are you coming back in?" She was like, "No." They're like, "No, are you okay?" Times like this, you never want to see a teammate hurt. But seeing the smile on her face, seeing the smile on their face makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. What a battle this has been. We thought this would be a good one coming in. We thought it would be dominated by pitching, and it has been. We thought it would come down to little plays, and it has. I'm not sure if we thought that it would be scoreless through 7, but it was. Now Pennsylvania has a 2-0 lead in the top of the 8th.
This game is so good, we had to give it another inning. A lot of drama in just one play. Injury over at first. An out at home turned into safe. Pennsylvania up 2-0. Heard the words umpire review mentioned.
Yes.
Over here waiting to see what that might be on, possibly maybe over at first. We got to look at that one earlier.
Jenny Brewer, the manager of Indiana Little League. Looking on, taking on information, trying to figure out, oh, by the way, when we return to action, it appears that there will be still nobody out. And Pennsylvania with a chance to tack on to its 2-0 lead.
Umpires still reviewing, making sure they're getting all the angles, all the right information.
Yeah, apparently they were trying to see if there might have been something along the lines of batter's interference along the way, but that's not something that's reviewable. So everything is set, and we're ready to resume play.
Just whenever you thought Pennsylvania had the momentum, a long review. Almost feels like this inning gets reset emotionally, energy, momentum-wise. But Pennsylvania, they're still up 2-0.
I want to clarify and correct. Runners' interferences is what they may have been looking at, but that also is not reviewable. So with Stevens out of the game, South Carolina is going to have to make a few adjustments to its infield. And they might be making some adjustments potentially that even stretch to the circle. I saw Kate Sheely make a move like she was headed towards the circle.
There's a lot of chaos unfolding here.
So 2-0 Pennsylvania. We're pretty sure of that. Here in the 8th inning. Boy, if you're South Carolina, what a way to have the tie broken. And if you're Pennsylvania, hey, you battled, you hung in there, and you finally broken through. So they're just looking for a little bit of clarification on maybe a couple of the things that might have happened along the way. And it looks like we are finally ready to resume play.
So just explaining the clarification on the rules, letting you know exactly what's going on. Coaches right now trying to get some clarity.
So again, it appears that runner's interference might have been something that someone along the line might have wanted to take another look at, but that's not on the list of plays that are reviewable.
Right now, if you're South Carolina, you're trying to find a way through this delay, a long one. How do you get back into this game? How do you stay locked in with all the distractions, with all the chaos, with the injury of a teammate, of a friend? How do you stay locked into what's going on here in this moment? Getting out of this inning, getting back into the dugout, trying to score some more.
Umpire is talking things over with tournament director Steve Allen, conferring and comparing notes. High stakes here. Winner stays in the tournament portion of this event and plays again tomorrow. They'll face Columbus Little League out of Texas. There was no drama in that game. 16-2 was the final score in 5 innings worth of work for Columbus Little League, a team that has seemingly gained momentum as this tournament has gone along. Columbus Little League awaits the winner here in this one.
This has been a game that's gone by pretty quick without much to do. Both pitchers over 10 strikeouts apiece. So pretty quick innings of work. You get to extras, and of course it's in extras. There's chaos, there's the drama, there's the rules. There's everything you could want in this type of game.
Yeah, Pennsylvania did not get its first base runner of the game until the 4th inning. And South Carolina did not get his first base hit until the 3rd. Listening in on the conversation, you might have heard bits and pieces of that. So while they sort through a few things, we're going to step aside very briefly. Pennsylvania leading South Carolina 2-0 in the top of the 8th inning. More to come from Kirkland in just a moment here on ESPN+. Been a dramatic game from start. We haven't reached the finish yet, but certainly we've had some twists and some turns in the plot, which has thickened here in the top of the 8th inning. First 2 runs across for Pennsylvania as we have gone to extra innings. And some question over to what's reviewable, what's not reviewable, judgment calls. Is there a protest underway? So many different facets going into what's happening here, but what is neat is to see the sportsmanship. You see Samantha Martin in the mix amongst the other South Carolina players. They're all finding ways to keep each other busy. And it looks like we are finally about to get back underway. So Minshew stays in the circle. Kate Sheely has replaced Lainey Stevens at first. And we are back to action after the lengthy delay. Tenley Anderson faces ball 1. Malia Lewis has come back into the game. She started at third. Now she's back there. And Ashlyn Hop, is at second. All right, I think we've gotten all of our house cleaning done and out of the way. Now we can truly get back to action. And Pennsylvania looking to add on to its lead. Fly ball to the left. Brock races in, makes the catch. 1 down.
This one, Minshew, after that long delay, almost 20 minutes. Only getting 2 or 3 warm-up pitches.
Sophia Thomas 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Thinks about it, doesn't go for it. Minshew gets the call on the corner.
But that delay not looking like it's phasing Minshew at all. Gets a quick out. First pitch strike.
Well, Minshew runs cross country, so she's used to going the distance, but this is perhaps the extra mile here, now that we're in the 8th inning. That floats in there and goes over. Strike 3.
How about that? After some chaos, distraction, confusion. 2 quick outs. The second one, a strikeout. Are we even surprised at this point? Inside corner, Minshew.
Strikeout number 12 for Minshew. Jenny Brewer turning to a courtesy runner, replacing Samantha Martin at second with Sophia Thomas. Reese Mahaffey dropped down a bunt in the 3rd, ended up being a ground out, but got revenge with a single in the 6th.
Right now, South Carolina in a much better defensive position. 2 outs.
Charging at second. And to throw to first in time for the out. But it's Pennsylvania who scores first. They plate 2. Could it be enough to punch their ticket to the semifinals? Bottom of the 8th coming up in just a moment. Irmo Little League needs to plate 2 to extend the game, or 3 to win it. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. If this score holds, Indiana Little League out of Pennsylvania advances to the Junior League Softball World Series semifinal in back-to-back seasons. Automatic runner at second, Kate Sheely, as we are in the tiebreaker rules. And Samantha Martin, who came on After Ashman Hop got the leadoff single in the bottom of the 7th, was able to thwart Pennsylvania. Or thwart South Carolina, rather, with a couple of flyouts and a pop-up. Malia Lewis, single in the 2nd, or check that, walk in the 2nd, single in the 5th. High from Martin, 1-1.
The offense for Pennsylvania came through, did what they needed to do, got the 1, got the 2, the insurance.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the throw to first is in time.
A productive strikeout swinging. Moves that runner over to 3rd. If you're South Carolina, mindset is pass the bat. You don't need the home run. You just need base runners. Yep. Continue to pass the bat.
Savannah Paget struck out in her last at bat in the 5th. The 1-0. We should note that normally Lainey Stevens would be in the on-deck circle right now, but she's injured. So it goes straight ahead to Charity West after Paget's plate appearance is done. Three and 1.
Martin right now in a big, high-level, high-stress situation, but the best pitchers, they're able to zone in. All they have to do is lock in on their catcher's glove. A lot of times in moments like these, the best athletes, they describe whenever asked, what was it that you saw? What was the experience like? A lot of times they'll say, I don't even know. It was like everything else faded away. All I saw was a glove. All I saw was a ball from the pitcher's hand. Being able to zone in, hone in.
First run at 3rd, tying run at 1st, winning run at the plate. West with a strikeout and a flyout.
Comment I just heard from a parent in the stands, have fun. And sometimes it's hard to think about this type of situation, high stress. How in the world is that described as fun? Because you love the game. This is a situation you want to be in. You get to say, my turn. I've dreamed about this. Whenever I played wiffle ball or sandlot softball with my neighbors on the street, call your shot.
Dribbles away. Boyer corrals it quickly.
Nice job by Boyer. Getting to that ball in a hurry. You could tell on the hop she was tracking it. That's why coach held up the runner, but now 2 in scoring position. Stevens trying to battle, draw something, make something of this at bat.
West fouls it off. Count still 2-2. Two and two, with 2 on and 1 out. On the ground, hard hop. The recovery, the throw, the first, hangs on and gets the out there. Meanwhile, Kate Sheely scores. 2-1 with the tying run now at third.
See time called on the field. This is the situation. Of course we would find ourselves in this. South Carolina found a way to get runners on, get themselves in the best possible situation. Now only 60 feet away from keeping this game going, just tying it up. That's all they need.
Well, and now here, need to get your infield right. Make sure everyone is on the same page, doing what they need to do when the time comes.
Honestly, if you're a defense, that runner over at third doesn't matter. If you're an infielder, your thought is get the out at first. It's like there's no one on. You have 2 outs. If you're in the outfield, you're playing straight up. You're not worried about that run scoring from home. Anything hit in the air, I'm catching it.
Rylan Earl. There's Savannah Paget at third. She's the tying run. Samantha Martin on in relief after Ella Worthington struck out 12 through 6+. On the ground, the throw to first. In time for the out, and that's your ball game. Pennsylvania punches its ticket to the semifinal. What a way to end it. And the final in 8 innings, the East Region champs over the Southeast Region champs, 2-1.
What a game this one was. A battle between 2 really good teams, 2 excellent arms in the circle. A lot of chaos, a lot of drama towards the end. Ultimately, Pennsylvania, they punched their ticket back to the semis. End up on top 2-1. I mean, that's as close as you can get.
One team almost wins. So close for South Carolina. Irmo Little League represented their squad quite well. But it's Indiana Little League moving on to face Columbus for the league out of Texas. One of these 2 teams will play for a championship on Saturday. But Pennsylvania and Texas will be one of your semifinals tomorrow. This was fun. This wraps up our action here on Field 2 here at the Junior League Softball World Series. On behalf of our terrific crew and my broadcast partner, Nicole Mendez, I'm Troy Clarity. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and play ball. In 8 innings, Pennsylvania is off to the semifinals. 2-1 winners over South Carolina.